In this episode of I Don't Work Here Lady, we are reading interesting stories. You look German, you gotta work here. My I don't work here moment at a local fair. Of course you work here, now give me your fossils. And finally, I don't work there. If this is your first time, my name is Spicy and I cover the craziest and the funniest retail stories. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click the like button and subscribe. For more I Don't Work Here Lady videos, check out the playlist in the description. Congratulations Aaron for the comment of the day. Black don't crack, and that's the secret to look young even when you are 40. Let me Google if I can buy some melanin in this case. It won't work, I know, but that was the joke. Please don't hate me. Anyway, let's find some Karens. Let's do this! You look German, you gotta work here. This all happened at an Edeka store while I was in Germany. It was my first time visiting Germany, and let me just tell you one thing. I was not expecting this. It was a Saturday morning and my hotel ran out of breakfast. So I decided to go to Edeka and get some ingredients to take myself a salad because I already knew it was going to be a long day with having to go run errands and such. With all my errands, I also had a flight leaving at 7 p.m. This was mainly a business trip to my company and such, but I came here on choice too. Anyways, let's get past all my boring stuff and straight to what happened. I was walking through Edeka and like the clumsy person I am, I knocked down an entire row of tomato sauce. Since I did not have much time, I asked somebody who I thought worked here because they were wearing a black shirt, identical to the ones employees wear, to get somebody to pick it up for me. For some reason, they immediately thought I looked German, so I was automatically an employee. Turns out that person was not only not an employee, but must have been having a really bad day too, because she went off on me and this is pretty much how it went. Hey ma'am, is there a chance you could get somebody to clean up this mess I just made? I'm truly sorry, but I have things to do so I cannot waste time. Who do you think you are? You are a worker and I am a customer shopping here. Oh, sorry, my mistake. No, you are a little idiot. I hate men like you. I'm about to start walking away. Oh, sorry. Don't you walk away. You are staring here, young man. I am looking for the meat and you are going to help me find it. I'm sorry, but I don't work here. Stop lying to get out of your job or I'm telling your manager. Do what you want. I'm leaving. She then went on to attempt to grab me and bring me to one of the cashiers, probably. But I was able to get out of the store without my lettuce and tomatoes, of course. I wasted around 20 minutes of my time. And not only that, I got no breakfast. Well, last time, if you had a belt on, it meant you were an employee. But now, looking German is being an employee. I understand you have to be in Germany to have a situation like this, but still, it is pretty funny. I feel bad for him, to knock down a whole row of tomato sauce. I probably will have to do it myself, but if it was way too much, then yeah, I would get help. It sucks, but it happens, and getting an employee is better than just letting them sit there and let an employee finds out. I will give this Karen a level 30. She was a bit crazy screaming like that, but nothing else happened. Might be having a bad day. What level from 1 to 100 would you give to this Karen? Let me know in the comments and I will reply to you. My I don't work here moment at a local fair. Hey everyone, I'm new to Reddit after watching countless Reddit videos on YouTube and decided to write down my own little I don't work here lady moment. It is not very long and I was the one mistaking someone for an employee. I'm sorry if there are any mistakes in grammar or wording as English is not my native language. No worries, it isn't mine too. When I was younger, around 10, my parents often took me and my sister to the local fair when it was in town. My dad loved playing in the casino. It was not really a casino, but it was open to people of every age and it was not any betting or card game. But I don't know what else to call it. While my sister and I rode the rides, since my parents easily got sick from spinning around. Because of this, my sister and I often tried to help him win prizes and after all, we were allowed to win prizes on our own. We each got a small container filled with coins, not real money, and chose machines to work on. I was winning small prizes from one machine when the big keychain that was about to fall got stuck in the machine. It was pretty busy and I looked around to see if I could find a guy that usually restocks the machine. They did not have any uniforms, so I was just looking for someone with a big container full of prizes. I walked up to someone with a big container, asked him to come with me and led him to the machine. I proceeded to tell him that the keychain got stuck and asked if he could help. He awkwardly told me that he could not do anything because he did not work there, and I quickly grew embarrassed. The guy left soon after, and I did eventually find the guy who actually worked there and got my keychain. It is not very eventful, but I thought it might be a nice change from the usual I don't work here lady stories. Of course you work here, now give me your fossils. This is a funny story in my opinion. A while back I told a story on here about a Karen breaking a fossil I was picking up from a local museum after being prepared by one of their employees for me. This is just some backstory to show that I have history with this museum and go there at least once a week, and I am on a first-name basis with them, and I am volunteering there soon. Last Wednesday I headed into the museum to use their microscope setup, which is hooked up to a small monitor which is usually for identifying small bones and rock, located in the middle back of the museum. And I was in there for roughly 4 hours, taking pictures of each fossil and putting them in their own containers. And as I am doing this, people do come up to me and ask what I am doing, which I oblige in telling them. And I love to show off fossils anyway. As I was on my last bus of microfossil, this lady comes up to me with her child and asks what I'm doing. I was already used to explaining this to people, so as I started, this is where she cut me off by asking why I was not working on the front desk or giving tours. I was wearing a shirt, so I could have been mistaken for an employee, and the museum was so small there is no point for tours. I was confused by this at first and asked what she meant. I thought to myself, I am working on fossils with a microscope, so for all she would have known, I was working. This woman points to a sign on the wall beside it saying that the microscope is for public use, which she interpreted as only being for customers, and obviously I was not a customer to her. I started explaining the situation to her, but she didn't want to hear it, saying over and over again how rude I was being to her and how her son wanted to have a go. The son who didn't say a word the entire time. As she is doing this, I just tried to ignore her and carry on, and as I was taking a picture of the next fossil, she yelled in the most Karen of voices, "How dare you take pictures of me and my child?" Which I realized she said to get the only employee to come over who she didn't know used to be a work colleague from Boots. As he got there and asked what was going on, the woman started saying how I was not doing my job and how I was being rude to them, and that she wanted compensation because I said bad words in front of her child who will need therapy. Yeah, I don't know either. She said she wanted my fossils and some crystals from the gift shop because that will obviously help her traumatized child, and she also wanted my phone confiscated because I took pictures of her and her child, which I proceeded to show otherwise as I unlocked it and pointed out it's all rocks and memes. My friend then told her to stop lying and asked her to leave, which she got mad at him for. So she turned to me and tried to grab some of my fossil in their containers, which was just out of reach from, before running after a child who started walking away as he apparently listened to the employee. I heard tons of bickering from the mother, and the child started to get upset. After this, I just started packing up and getting annoyed that this person was so rude because she thought she knew better. I know this is not a typical story for you all, but this was a mix-up and thought some of you would find it entertaining. I don't work there. I used to work for a company that's named after a fruit in the technical support department. This was an over-the-phone job, so luckily I never had to keep a straight face while explaining very simple things to complete morons, like how to turn a phone on and off kind of morons. One day, a man calls about his phone that's from this company's rival. I don't at all remember the issue he was having, but I remember him asking for help with the insert rival company's name here's phone. Sir, do you know that you called the company name after a fruit? Yes. Okay, well, I cannot help you with this issue. You need to call the company of your phone. They should be able to help resolve the problem. So you won't help me? I can't. No? Well, go to hell. And he hangs up. Well, this happened a lot. Yeah. Hey, did you like this I Don't Work Here Lady video? If you did, check out my playlist right here. I bet you will love it. These videos take me a lot of effort and time to make, so if you can show me some support by liking the video and subscribing, this will mean the world to me. Also hit the bell button to know when we post a new video and join the notification gang. Thank you again for watching episode 61 of I Don't Work Here Lady. See ya!